Across China's boundless horizons rise mountains that feel almost unreal. Places where clouds rest on ancient stone, and the silence seems to remember the footsteps of gods. From the blood-red waves of Gaoyi Ridge to the holy crown of Kailash, each summit is a legend etched by eternity. These are not simple viewpoints on a map, but sacred realms to be felt, where belief, wilderness, and infinity touch. Welcome to China's hidden sanctuaries, where the solid earth fades and the sky begins. There are mountains you climb, and mountains that haunt your dreams. Huangshan belongs to the second kind. Rising from the misted lands of Anhui, its jagged granite peaks reach into the clouds like strokes from a heavenly brush. A saying goes, after seeing Huangshan, no other mountain can move you again. Before its sheer faces and wind-twisted pines, it's easy to see why emperors, poets, and monks have praised its beauty for over a millennium. Here, nature conducts its own orchestra. Pines cling to impossible ledges, roots gripping vertical cliffs that hang above drifting seas of cloud. The air is cool and clean, scented with stone, rain, and pine resin. At sunrise, the peaks emerge slowly from fog, silver at first, then blazing gold, like a scroll painting of ink and light slowly unfolding. In winter, snow rests softly on the peaks like powdered jade. autumn, forests burn with copper and crimson. Seasons repaint Huangshan again and again, yet the mountain spirit never changes, calm, timeless, and untouched. To follow its narrow walkways is to step into nature's imagination, a place where time loosens its grip and noise dissolves into quiet. As evening falls and the last rays fade through the haze, travelers often fall silent, unsure who is observing whom. Are they gazing at the mountain, or is the mountain silently gazing back? Huangshan does not demand conquest. It simply invites you to listen to the silence that birthed some of China's most enduring poems. Floating above a sea of clouds in Guizhou, Fanjingshan is a place where the horizon feels close enough to touch. Both a geological marvel and a spiritual refuge, this 2,572-meter peak crowns the Wuling Range like a quiet, watching guardian. Its flanks are cloaked in deep green forest and drifting veils of white mist that move slowly, like the mountain's own breath. But what makes Fanjingshan unforgettable lies at the very top. Two temples, weathered by centuries, stand on twin pillars of red rock, split by a narrow chasm. A single stone bridge connects them, barely wide enough for one person at a time. Crossing it feels like walking a line between two worlds, one rooted in the earth, the other hovering outside of time. Below, the landscape falls away into a shifting ocean of fog, where distant peaks rise and vanish like islands in a dream. For centuries, pilgrims have climbed these slopes, believing Fanjingshan to be the earthly seat of Maitreya, the Buddha of the future. The ascent is long and humbling. More than 8,000 stone steps winding through bamboo forests, waterfalls, and wandering clouds. Every step becomes a meditation, every inhale a quiet offering. At sunrise, first light washes over the rock, turning the temples to gold and the sky to soft rose. Bells ring faintly through the chasms, mingling with birdsong drifting up from unseen valleys. In that moment, the line between mortal and divine dissolves. Fanjingshan is not a summit to conquer, but a revelation to encounter. A reminder that the path to heaven begins on the ground beneath your feet, one step, one breath at a time. Hidden deep in the heart of Hunan, Gaoyi Ridge is a landscape that looks as though the planet paused mid-breath, as if a crimson dragon had curled up and fallen asleep beneath the sun. Long, rolling ridges rise and fall like frozen waves, their surfaces bare and polished, devoid of trees or soil, only naked red sandstone glowing under the afternoon light. Seen from above, the mountain seems to coil through mist and shadow, alive in its stillness. Locals know it as the ladder to heaven, and the name fits. A razor-thin path traces the ridge, barely wide enough for one careful step, clinging to slopes that plunge hundreds of meters into the valleys below. Walking here is not just a hike. It is a quiet negotiation between fear and wonder. Every gust of wind reminds you how fragile a human body is beside the age and patience of stone. As the sun sinks, the entire ridge transforms. Cliffs darken into deep scarlet, and the lowlands fill with molten gold. Shadows drift across the slopes like returning spirits reclaiming their mountain. Few travelers ever make it to this hidden place, and Gaoyi Ridge remains one of China's most closely guarded secrets. Those who do stand on its narrow spine often confess the same feeling. For a brief moment, it's impossible to know whether they are standing on the earth or walking along the back of a sleeping dragon. In the pause between two breaths, you understand. Some mountains are not meant to be conquered, only carried in memory. High above Sichuan's hazy plains rises Mount Amei, where earth and sky seem to meet in a single, unbroken prayer. One of China's four sacred Buddhist mountains, Emei is a world of swirling clouds, ancient temples, and murmured mantras echoing through forests older than recorded memory. Climbing to its 3,099-meter peak is less a trek than a pilgrimage, a journey from the ordinary world into the heart of stillness. The ascent begins beneath the shade of cedar and bamboo, on stairways furred with moss, winding endlessly upward. Golden temple roofs flash faintly through the mist, and lively ime monkeys leap between branches as if watching over the path. Pilgrims stop at cliffside shrines to burn incense, their prayers rising in delicate streams of smoke that vanish into clouds. At the summit lies the Golden Peak, a temple complex shining above a churning sea of mist. Here, a towering statue of Samantabhadra, Bodhisattva of wisdom, sits atop a white elephant, poised on a lotus throne, eyes turned toward the rising sun. When dawn breaks, the horizon ignites in red and gold, and below, the clouds roll like an ocean of enlightenment. On rare days, a luminous ring appears around one's shadow, the famed Buddha's halo, a rainbow circle pilgrims see as a sign of awakening. Standing on Imei's heights, you feel both immense and tiny, suspended between heaven and earth. In the end, faith here is not found in statues or incense alone, but in the quiet realization that the light you climb to seek has always lived within you. Stretching more than 400 kilometers across northern China, the Taihang Mountains rise like a colossal rampart, dividing the fertile plains of the east from the rugged highlands of the west. Their red cliffs burn under the setting sun, towering above deep gorges and small villages clinging to stone. Yet Taihang's true identity is not only in its dramatic cliffs. It is written in the story of human resolve carved into its face. In the isolated village of Guoliang, 13 villagers once chose defiance over surrender. Armed only with hammers and chisels, they spent 5 years carving a tunnel through solid rock to connect their cut-off home with the outside world. Today, the Guoliang Tunnel clings to the mountain wall, a narrow road chiseled into a vertical cliff, hanging between sky and emptiness. It stands as a testament to determination harder than stone. Elsewhere, waterfalls plunge from unseen ledges. Trees twist from sheer rock faces. And when fog spills in, the entire range dissolves into a ghostly ocean of cloud. Taihang is both unforgiving and deeply human, a place where nature's severity meets quiet human courage. It teaches that even mountains can be altered by persistence, and that sometimes the path toward the light must be hewn straight through rock. Hidden in the high plateaus of western Sichuan, yachting is a sanctuary so untouched it feels outside of time. Encircled by snow-clad summits and glassy lakes, this highland refuge is often called the last Shangri-La, a place where the world still moves at the pace of wind and water. At dawn, the peaks blaze with fire: Shenrezig, Jianpeliang, and Chanadorje, three holy mountains representing compassion, wisdom, and power in Tibetan Buddhism, rise like luminous guardians above clouds, their reflections shimmering in the jade lakes below. The air is thin but electric. Prayer flags crackle in the breeze, their bright colors carrying blessings across valleys and ridgelines. Pilgrims walk ancient Kora paths around the sacred peaks, tracing old routes through flower-strewn meadows, along icy streams, under endless sky. The land itself seems to chant. In the drone of bees, the whisper of grass, the distant clang of a yak bell ringing through the stillness. Yachting's lakes sparkle like jewels in a stone crown. Milk Lake, a soft, milky blue basin, and the Five-Color Lake, whose tones shift from sapphire to emerald as light changes. Around them stretch broad alpine fields, where hardy wildflowers bloom against the chill winds. Painting the stark plateau with fleeting bursts of color. No cities, no traffic, no rush, only the steady heartbeat of the earth. When darkness falls, the sky splits open into a blazing map of stars, so close they seem within reach. In yachting, you don't just visit nature, you return to it. It is a place where the mind quiets, the soul exhales, and the distance between earth and sky simply disappears. In the mist-veiled valleys of Zhangjiajie, Wuling Yuan feels less like part of this world and more like a dream suspended between sky and stone. Thousands of narrow sandstone pillars shoot straight up from the forest, their crowns hidden in drifting cloud. Some rise over 200 meters, so slender that lone pines grasp their tops like strokes of ink on a vertical scroll. When the morning fog pours in, the valley becomes a floating kingdom, weightless, soundless, unreal. This vast area spans about 260 square kilometers, shaped over millions of years by wind, water, and time. Deep gorges drop into secret rivers, caves glimmer with hidden pools, and natural stone bridges arc gracefully from one tower to the next. Every viewpoint reveals another impossibility, as if the land itself decided to become art. It's no surprise that Wuling Yuan inspired the floating mountains in Avatar, a place where gravity seems to have loosened its hold. Visitors can rise through the clouds in the Beilong elevator, the world's tallest outdoor lift, climbing more than 300 meters along a sheer rock wall. As the glass cabin ascends, the ground vanishes into mist, and only stone spires and sky remain, leaving you with the uncanny feeling of drifting between worlds. At sunset, the pillars blaze in hues of amber and gold, casting long shadows like ancient sentries guarding a forgotten realm. The air cools, insects sing, and the forest exhales. For a brief moment, everything stops, as if time itself has paused to admire its own masterpiece. In Wuling Yuan, you don't just admire nature's wonders, you step into a realm where the impossible feels entirely real, and the planet remembers how to dream. From the burning ridges of Hunan to the holy snows of Tibet, these mountains are far more than dramatic scenery. They are living temples of rock, wind, and silence. Each summit holds a pulse, a story of devotion, endurance, and awe. Perhaps the greatest journey is not in reaching the top, but in learning to hear the whisper of fog against stone, the rhythm of your own steps, the hush that hangs between earth and sky. Somewhere along these trails, somewhere between wonder and calm, you may find what you were really climbing toward all along: yourself.